Breezy,
Yes.
what was the Facebook post that you read?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yo, okay, so basically,
I want to make it funny though. I'm not gonna be serious. All right, I've been serious enough. We talked about gun reform, man. I'm done being serious.
You really wanted to get out of that one,
Man.
man. You were sweating.
basically this lady posted, and we don't know anything beyond what she posted on this post. What she said was,
There is no context.
I'm taking my boyfriend and my kids on a vacation. My boyfriend is upset. My boyfriend is upset because I didn't include his kid, but I told him if he wants his child to go, he or the child's mother would have to pay for the child to come. Am I wrong? My thoughts on this, no, because that's your kid.
That's how I feel.
That's your kid. We just dating. You my boyfriend. You my girlfriend. That's your kid. My thing is when I bring up the vacation, you, as your child's parent, says, oh, for sure, I'm going to bring my child too.
Mm-hmm.
Would
I'm
it
going
be
to bring
nice?
my child.
Would it be nice for me to be like, oh, I want to plan a vacation. Would your child like to come? Sure, but if that ain't my personality, guess what? It's your responsibility. That's your
Yeah.
child. You the daddy.
That's a good. She made a good
And that's
point.
just my point
It's
on
my. It depends on my personality.
So
Yeah.
if you have a cold soul and a black heart,
it. Man, look
this
now.
is normal behavior.
Wakanda forever. Man, look now.
If you have ice running through your veins,
Hey, Kobe.
this is your behavior. All right.
Mamba mentality.
If you have tendencies to smack a hoe, these are your
Well,
feelings.
there's a few things that I like to raise here. So when you bring this up, I guess a few questions pop in my mind.
Right.
Like how long have these people been together? What's the nature of the relationship? Is this somebody they met last month? Is this somebody they've been with for 2 years or 3 years? Have they talked about a future together? Have they talked about having coming together? So there's some different questions that come into mind.
Right.
The reason why I ask, and I think about it, is when I met my wife, who I'm married to now. She had a 2.5-year-old daughter, right? So it was like we went out twice. It was great. The next time she came over with the daughter, and she wanted to see how I was going to react to the daughter, because she was like, "Hey, this is a package deal. You want me? You got to have her too, And she said I passed the test, So that's why we went on to another date. But she was just going to clear that up right out of the gate, so she didn't waste time, if it wasn't going to.
Now, Breezy.
But now, all right.
Yes,
so
sir.
let me ask you. So after the third date, how many more dates, or how long would it have had to be before you volunteered to take her daughter on a trip, like an out of town 3 days in a hotel room with this kid?
Okay, so basically what it was is that I knew when she would have her daughter. It would be like every other weekend she wouldn't have her daughter.
All right.
So
all right.
I would know what
So you would
if I
plan
knew I
around
was
that.
going to do something with her that she was a
Yeah,
mom.
all
She
right.
had her kid.
All right. See now, I feel like I shouldn't have to pay for your kid. Like I am gonna pay for my kid, because I want to take my kid, But now I kind of feel like it's different between men and women though. Like I would accept a man going on a family vacation with your kid quicker than I would accept a woman not taking her kids with her for your family vacation,
So let me ask you.
But I would also expect a man to pay for her kids if he said, I'm taking my kids to Disney World, But as a woman, like, she's like, I'm taking my kid and my boyfriend. I'm paying for this right here to go to the Grand Canyon. If he wants to bring his kids, that's, his responsibility, his pockets, But I kind of feel like traveling across state lines for a woman without her children is more shunned upon than traveling across state lines for a man without his children.
So, this is my guy right here. That's the homie. So look,
I
right?
just got so lost.
Since we don't have context, right? I'm gonna bust this down into something microscopic. Let's not say we're going on vacation. Let's say we're going to the movies, right?
All right.
So I'm taking my kids and
Something
my
more
boyfriend.
affordable.
Right. I'm taking my kids and my boyfriend to the movies. Right. We going to see Despicable Me 4. Right.
Okay.
So, the boyfriend is like, okay, I'll come to the movies with you and your kids, but it's a kids movie, so I'm gonna bring my kid. We're in the concession line. She buys popcorn for me. She buys popcorn for her kids. Drink for her kids. Drink for me. For us to share. All right, now you got to buy his stuff.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that person that you dating when they buy your concessions, their own concessions, and their children's concessions, but tell you, hey, all right, now you got to buy his stuff separate from all of us. Now, don't think about the man and the woman. Think about the child who has to get his stuff separate from everybody else.
Yeah.
Is this the kind of person you want to be dating?
Man, look, we ain't gonna throw it in the child's face that you not involved
How
in
could
because
you-
we halfway like your ass.
Cause
As
Well,
adults, you don't do that to a
Because
child.
as a child,
but
you
the
really
child
don't
does
know.
Suffer, you
No,
know,
look,
when you know people don't work this stuff out.
That's why your child could come if you gonna pay. We talking about it in our house. We talking
Yeah.
about it at our dinner
We
table.
did talk about it before
We not talking
we
about
chose.
at the movie theater, at the concession stand.
So
Yeah.
my
Because
personal
guess what? If I'm gonna bring my child
Yeah.
and we're in this relationship, we break bread together, right?
Absolutely.
What's it? We break bread. What's it to you to pay for all the kids, and I'm finna give you the money back,
Okay.
or I give you the money before we show up, or I pay for everybody.
Right. So
Because we
what
break
I'm,
bread
what I'm
together.
saying is
I guess-
that's a terrible low level of petty.
Yeah.
You don't treat
Like, that's
children
no.
different in
extremely
front of their
petty.
face. You
No.
don't treat children different in front of their face.
See, you broke it down microscopically.
Like
you broke
if it was
down,
me and you,
you broke it down into an affordable situation. But this is a
She
trip,
can have 10
you
kids.
know?
He can have one.
This is a family trip. Like this is something that you don't do.
wait, you said
can't
it's a what? You said it's a what?
It's
A
a
family
family
trip.
trip.
you know?
Family. Oh.
So what is the family?
Who is
Her
the
kids
family?
and her nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So I'm part of the family, but my kid is not a part of the family.
Right.
Yeah. That's a sticky situation.
Bro, what's the relation? Look,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
just
no.
because you've been
No.
around
It's-
somebody does
See,
not
'cause-
mean their child has been around you. Just because
Yeah.
I've had you around my kids don't mean
See, the
you
reason
had
why I
me
made it
around yours.
microscopic is because when we bring it out like this, we gotta have context to break it down.
Right.
Yeah.
If we don't got context, we just throwing stones here.
See, but I guess it's not. It's a family. The family is you and the child. I'm coming on your family's vacation. You
I
know,
wanna do that.
and you're willing to pay for.
Well, you know,
you're willing for me to
wanna
pay
do
for
that.
it.
I think
you know?
I think it's pretty simple. I think it's like this. Okay, if you're dating and you guys will go on a date or it's just a trip for the two of us, it's just the two of us. If you're talking about family, family means your kids.
All the kids. All the
Yeah.
kids. That's
Family means
family.
it has to. How else? What else can it mean? You know. So if you have a kid and we're talking family, then that means you and your kid. Then we have to say, hey, look, we're going on this vacation. It's going to cost $4,000 if we bring our families, and I got $2,000. What about you? You know. Then you can have that conversation.
Yeah.
But I don't think it should be thought of that anyone's kid is not part of the family, because obviously that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know.
So in that case, I would have to, if I wasn't able to split that thing down the middle, I would have to decline.
You would just
'Cause
say, "I won't go."
I'm not going on a family vacation without my child.
Bro,
family.
you could
Yeah.
absolutely decline. That's
Yeah.
fine. All she said was, if your baby coming, you paying.
And that's-
Yeah.
And I think
And
that's wrong.
That's fair. Not,
That's fair.
don't
I
think
did not
that's-
fuck you to make that kid. That's your
Yeah.
kid.
that's your.
So wait. When we go on this family vacation together and I'm with your children.
We already don't
Hold
put the
on,
money in the
hold-
pot in the debit
Let
card.
me ask the question. So when we go on this trip as a family on this vacation, I don't have no obligation to say anything to your children because I didn't fuck you to make them.
I could just let your kids run off the 8-foot
Yep.
side of the pool.
Yep. Is that what we saying here?
No,
If
yeah,
the kid
I
is
don't-
no concern,
I don't
it
think we
gotta
can
go both
down that
ways.
road. I don't
Right,
think
that's-
we can go
it's
down
not
that
Yeah,
gonna work
that's
like
hurtful.
that.
That's hurtful.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be hurt at the end of that day.
And I think
But
if you're in a meaningful relationship, the idea is that it is working toward that unity. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I think the conversation needs to be had in an honest way. We're like, look, you know, what could you contribute to the situation? Let's say it's a situation where somebody's got a really good job and the other person's unemployed for a while. And they say, hey, look, I know that you're a little short right now, but I want to go on a family trip and, you know, pay for all of us or whatever. And if it's a good relationship, then it could be like, okay, cool. Well, when I get back on my feet, you know,
Right.
you know,
Then I got the next
Vacation
trip.
on me next
Yeah.
time.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But yeah, I feel like what you saying is because she was straight up, that don't mean she can be wrong. You can be straight up and be wrong.
You
Oh,
can be
you
straight
could be
up
straight up and be
wrong.
wrong.
She just good
But-
with being wrong.
What I feel
But no,
is,
she's
I'm
not
not
wrong.
saying that she's not wrong.
But I mean,
Right.
she said your child can come. You have
I would
to
say
pay.
in these kind of situations, right? I would assume that if we going on vacations together, we've made it pretty far in this relationship, right?
Or this
So
could be
I
the
would
This could
say-
be our
first.
first vacation.
Yeah, this could be our first vacation.
But if you feel comfortable going across state lines with somebody, with your children, you got to be pretty.
yeah.
So I'm
Or
gonna say
getting on a plane
what
or
I said in the
something,
car. One of two things. All right. The first question I would ask is, if she don't have a relationship with your kid, I would ask why you laying up with her kids and you ain't never thought to bring your kid around.
Yeah.
And second, I would say, man, if she is serious about you, but don't feel like that, you know, the option of including your kid, if you can't pay for it, it's something that really needs to seriously be looked at. And if we can't do that, then we need to wait until we got enough money to do that. Then he need to find him a different girl, or she need to date somebody that don't got no kids.
I feel that. I feel that. But also, if you can't afford them, don't make them.
High five. High fives all around. High five. Yep. One more. Yep.
No, yeah. Like, I mean, I just feel like she's not wrong. I feel like your child could come.
Yeah.
You having
know,
to pay
and-
for
and
your
given-
child is
and,
not
you
a
know,
deal breaker.
Right, and you know, we don't know the nature of the relationship, and we
Right.
don't know how the
Right, if we don't have
we
context.
we don't know how people talk to each other,
Right.
and they're, you know, and she's certainly right to state
Yeah.
what she's
And she's
thinking.
stating it in private. We not having the discussion and the child's at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, but what?
That's a major part
when I-
too. Like,
Yeah. We
she's
stating
not.
it in private.
She's
Hey,
not
this is
hurting your
how I
child.
feel.
No, I'm
by
not.
saying this.
When I say
Right.
when I say wrong, I'm not speaking on how she treating a child.
No, absolutely.
I'm thinking about at this stage of the relationship. In my mind, where you at emotionally is
Yeah.
wrong for you to be asking me to come on vacation with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I.
That's where the wrong comes in for me.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, money is money, man.
Yeah, I feel that, and that's why I said what I said. Like, man, I would suggest that, man, we wait until there's enough money for my kid to go to, or you just
Or
go
you
with
go
your
without
kids,
me.
right?
Yeah.
And I have no problem with that because I
Can
can't
ask
enjoy
you- can I
myself
ask
without
a
my kid.
hypothetical?
Yeah.
Can I ask a hypothetical? So what if it's a situation where somebody has one person has a lot more money than the other person?
I'm a package deal, baby. Can't get the milk without the cow. Huh?
Yeah.
What? You want this good thing? You gonna have to get everything to come with it. Huh? You like that little thing I did, right? That's how I made his ass. He coming too.
It be like that. It be like that. I just.
Episode 69, everybody.
What? Yeah. I don't know. Everybody kind of felt like I was wrong. Everybody's argument was the way to a woman is through her child. I think that's fucking wrong. The way to a woman's heart is through her fucking heart. It don't need to be through her fucking child. That's why people be having anybody around their damn kids.
I've learned
Because
this.
they think that's fucking logical.
The way
I will
that
agree with
anybody's heart. The way that anybody's heart
It's through their stuff.
is through their stomach. Yes.
Period.
That's how you get to the heart.
Get you a little girl, take get some endless shrimp or something. She mess around and
This
bust it
nigga.
open that night.
Dave and bust it open.
David, bust it.
Yeah, it's wild, man. People, they be strange, man. They be strange. I got friends that have had like 4 and 5 niggas around their kid in 1 year because the weight of my heart is through my child.
Yeah.
And these people are just going to the movies, just going shopping, just hanging out. And you with this nigga 2 months, he around your child frequently. Now y'all break up and you on to the next nigga, and the next nigga around your child frequently. Then you got a girlfriend now because y'all done broke up.
Wait
now the bitch around your child.
to go on vacation.
And it's like, if your logic is like, the weight of my heart is through my child, you gonna confuse the fuck out your child.
Yeah.
Hey, I would just like to take
There's
this
gonna be a lot of uncles.
time to shout out
And aunties.
all the single parents out here, but most importantly,
Shout out to all the baby mamas.
the
Hey,
single
Fantasia.
ladies. All right, let's have this for you.
You are enjoying this aux chord too much today.
I really
man.
thought
Just a little
When
bit.
you said single ladies, I thought you was gonna play Beyonce.
Yeah.
Highly disappointed.
But you feel me?
But-
Taught me how to spell.
Eh?